One two 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 one two. We are back at it. Wednesday afternoon, October the 8th. I didn't even go on my Instagram yet. Let me go make sure my sound is good. Okay, sounding good. Y'all can see me, man. Y'all can see me. We are out here, man. Welcome. We got a lot of different things to get to this week. Let me go up on my Instagram. For everybody who's tapping in on YouTube right now, make sure to hit that like button. Don't be shy. All right. It definitely helps in the algorithm. I want to give a big salute to everybody who's popping up in the chat right now. Make yourself be seen early. Let me go up on Instagram Live and we can go through our list of topics. You know what I'm saying? I try to change up the hat a little bit today. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. Yo, big salute to everybody who's popping up on Instagram right now. Just to let everybody know all of the different platforms that we are on. We are on Instagram over here on my phone. We are on Facebook. We are on YouTube as usual. We are also on Twitch. We are also on X, aka Twitter, and we are also on Kick. So everybody tap in. We got a lot of different topics to get to. Oh, big salute to Two Piece No Biscuit in the chat. He says Leafs Blue Jays games. Yeah, there's multiple games going on right now, man. I'm gonna actually be watching the Blue Jays game in the background and keeping up with the score. So I'll keep everybody tapped in as we continue with this live. But let's get into our list of topics. Top 5 is back with some music. We'll definitely get into that. Moula first is home. All right, he's posted on his Instagram page that he's back on road. We'll definitely get into that as well. What else I got on my list here? Pooh Shiesty is actually home also. Okay, so more good news that coming down the vault. What else do I have here? You know what? I want to bring back a conversation that we had earlier this week. Big salute to DJ Czar, DJ Natural Wave. We were talking about Toronto rappers making $150K a year. We definitely have to get into that conversation and maybe deep dive into that a little bit more. Also, as far as maybe a little bit of our civic duties, if you want to call it that, Canada's most wanted list has come out, and the person who they say is in connection with the murder of Lil Bentley is on the run right now, and he's on the BOLO list. So we'll definitely get into that as well. Japanese concert goes left. Okay, there was a big concert going down in Japan, a big festival. Okay, Magic City, they bought Magic City over there, and shit went left with A Boogie with the hoodie and Future, or maybe. Okay, so we'll definitely get into that as well. And Verzuz is back. Cash Money, Millionaires, Billionaires versus No Limit Soldiers. I thought I told you. So we'll definitely get into that as well. Let me know if you have any topics. Spam the chat. Comment gang strong. For the people on Instagram, we are live on YouTube. YouTube.com/welovehiphop network. Let's go. Yes, sir. Let me see who's in the building over here, man. Who is in the building? Good evening, Natasha Latina in the building. Big salute to Fall Leafs, who's popping up in the chat over here. Big salute to Two Piece No Biscuit, who I bigged up before. Big salute to Recruit Warm Up. Six. Yo, you got hella letters in your name. You might be a bot. Popping up over on Kick. Okay, we are out here, man. Make sure to share this live over here. Smash that like button, and let's get into it, man. Big salute to B3 on the beat, man. Let me turn this off right here. Yes, sir. We are back at it. Yo, the algorithm's been acting kind of crazy with me lately. I'm not even going to lie. Let me know also if my audio is good. One in the chat if my audio is good. The algorithms have been kind of messing with me lately. It could be something that's stemming from the strike that I got the other day. I got a strike the other day, like I was telling y'all on the Pressa and Drake track. And since then, when I publish a video or when I go live, I don't feel like people are getting their notifications as much. Okay, so let me know if everybody's still getting their notifications. One in the chat for all of the people who are still getting notifications on the videos. And I'm talking about, I'm posting about 4 videos a day. All right, so it's not like we're not out here posting as regular, right? So, you know, I know for sure you're gonna get notifications for 3 videos for sure. So are you getting all of the notifications? And this is just for maybe some data research over here. Are you getting all of the notifications for the videos? So 3 notifications per day. Should be the 3rd notification right now. 1 in the chat if you're getting notifications for our YouTube videos when they pop up or when they're published. 2 in the chat if you have not been receiving any notifications. So far I see 2 twos in the chat. 2 twos. Fall Leafs put a number 2 in there. Okay. Jason LP put a number 2 in there. Tasha Latina put a number 2 in there. See, that's crazy. All in says YT is prioritizing new creators this month. That's all fine and dandy, but broski, what are you trying to tell me, that because they're prioritizing new creators, that creators who've been here from time are not going to get pushed in the algorithm? I don't see that as likely. Just because of my own algorithm and the stuff that I still get on a regular basis, I don't really see it as somebody's going to start. The algorithm's not going to push the videos as they regularly do just because they're pushing new creators, with all due respect. But anyhow, let's get into a couple of things. I'm going to run some ads and then we're going to get into our shit. All right. Let me run a couple quick ads. Big salute to the sponsors, Diamond Club, with delivery all over the GTA and now all across Canada. They got the best selection of flour, edibles, and pens, and all types of goodies that you need. You can find them on their Instagram page, diamondclub_Canada, or you can find them on the 7 Days of Weed app, as well as the Leafy Things app. Let them know that you heard about them through the We Love Hip Hop Network, and they may give you a discount. Big salute to Diamond Club. Cheer! All right. One more, and then we're going to get into our shit. All right, I'm going to switch it up actually today.
Ready for the road.
Roll Ready Detailing, now open 7 days a week from 8 to 5 p.m. 750 Oakdale Road, Unit 66, specializing in ceramic coating perpetual with warranty, PPF, tints, wraps, vinyl wraps, and hand car washes. Remember, we clean anything on wheels.
Road ready, ready for the road.
All right. Okay, so let's get into it, man. I felt like I was like at a rock concert for a second right there. Big salute to Road Ready, man. Go get your cars detailed, especially the people who got them dirty ass cars out there. And big salute to all the people who are in the chat right now. You know what I want to show you guys before we get into anything? I want to show you guys the new interview that we got dropping tomorrow. Big salute to young Dave Bangin. Okay, he's a producer from out of Hamilton, actually. He has done some production on some pretty big things as of lately. More of specifically, I'm going to say Tory Lanez. All right, he's been on the new Tory Lanez album, the one that he dropped from jail. And from the interview that I had with him, I found out that he produced a lot more tracks for Tory Lanez. So let me just pull up his interview quick, fast. I'll give you guys a quick preview of what's going on with that right there. Yo, I just put out a video. Toronto rap culture is on Nitrous now. Let me know if y'all seen that in the notifications. Let's see here. Let's go to the member section and become a member. I'm loading up the member section with more interviews as we speak. And I'm actually working on a new documentary that I'm going to be loading up just now. Okay, here we go. Young Dave Bangin, 9 Tory Lanez songs, the man said.
We love hip hop.
Because this is like an audio experience too, right?
Yeah, that's good.
So a lot of people,
years are gonna be banging. You feel me? And it happened just like that. You know? So he told me, do not touch music, not even for fun. Like, unless you want to listen to music, then okay, you can listen to music like as an average
let me bring
listener,
this
right?
back here.
But do not be on. And then you tapped in with them and they're like, yeah, Dave's good now. Like, you could get back to work.
No, that's
because I was like, nah, hell nah. Like, I want to. One time I got sick and he benched me.
Really?
He benched me. He said, yo, Dave, nah. Now, even if your beats are fire, I don't care how fire it is, I'm not taking it. I need you to rest. I need you to rest and to take care of yourself. I'll give you like.
So he has 9 tracks produced for Tory Lanez, and this is even like some of the songs that he did. Like, he met Tory Lanez in person. Like, he's been moving around. You know what I'm saying? This is all prior to Tory Lanez going away that he got to connect with Tory.
Like, 3 weeks off, just go watch movies. And for me, I had like tears in my eyes because I was mad. Because I was like, nah, hell no. Like, I want to literally be a part of everything. And I want to be able to send you packs and you record and boom. Like, you know, like, because I love
put you on
this music.
suspension.
You know what I mean? I love this music stuff so much, you know? But that was probably one of the best things that he ever did for me. You know, he looked out to me when it came to my health.
Yeah.
You know, to the point that he even got me he got me a package of Dr. Sebi. You know, Dr. Sebi, right?
Dr. Sebi.
So he got me a whole care package of Dr. Sebi products, pills, oil, natural product, CBD, a whole bunch of stuff. You know what I mean? That he got me. He's like, nah, Dave, like, I'm gonna get you right.
Yeah.
You know, got me right. And then of course I had a countdown. You know what I mean? Like, of suspension. I'm okay. Day 1's done. X. Day 2.
This guy's
X.
writing on the wall.
I'm telling you. Yeah, literally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Until that time came, then I'm like, okay, am I off the suspension now? I'm back. He's like, let me talk to your family first. So then he tapped in with my mom and my sister.
Yeah.
Shout out Rose. You know, shout out my man Lee. She's a goat. And then you tapped in with them and they're like, yeah, Dave's good now. Like, you know, you could get back to work.
No, that's dope, man. That even like put you through that learning experience. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like, as a learning experience during that time when you were sitting down. Let me stop right there because the video is dropping tomorrow. All right, tap in. We got the full interview, 45 minutes. Got to talk to him, and he's also somebody who's the face of sickle cell anemia. Let me just play a little bit more. I got to turn on my fan on my camera.
Yeah, you know of course, man. My deep, yeah.
But did you always have that from like a kid?
He'd be dealing with it.
Did you like develop it along the way when you were growing up?
I want to take a quick break from this episode to give a big shout out to Only Loud.
Yeah.
You
know what I mean? Like, she kept me so I was a big baby, so I love to eat and stuff, right? So she was like trying to give me everything to drink, to eat. I was spitting it out, like I was sweating, like it was just horrible. And she was like, nah, because at first she thought like, okay, is he hungry? You know, like it's a baby, can't talk. So she just trying to figure out, is she hot? Like, is he hot? Takes off all my clothes, like grabs cold water, you know, does all the basically because I'm Congolese, so like all the African stuff to try to see what's going on and try to make me okay, to see if I'm okay, you know, just doing anything in her power to make me feel better.
Yeah.
But it wasn't working out. She was trying every single thing.
Okay, so yeah, big salute to, and listen, man, this story right here, gripping story when it comes to the struggles that he's dealing with when it comes to living with sickle cell anemia. So big salute to young Dave Bangin. Interview dropping tomorrow. But let's get into some high grade fuckery. Starting with Top 5. I won't even say that it's fuckery because right now he just announced that he's going to be dropping new music. Let me pull up a couple of links and let me show y'all what's going on. He announced that he's going to be dropping some new music. He announced to me, actually. He hit me up on Saturday. He was actually trying to hit me up for a couple of days saying, yo, I don't even know what he was trying to hit me up because I was either sleeping or whatever. But when he finally got in touch with me, I was in the studio. And it was like, he was like, yo, bro, I got some new music. So here he is now, I guess. And this is a little bit oppy. All right, he's over in Falstaff.
Put the whole 3 buildings in fear, like Hunter said.
All right, so he's back on his bullshit, man. All right, new music on the way, like I said. We got a call from him quick. Let me just play the call. All right, we got a call from him quick announcing it. I wish I had called him back while I was like earlier before when we were recording the podcast to get like an exclusive. Maybe I'll call him right now and see what he's saying.
But now hopefully he drops it still. I need some entertainment.
Well, shit, man. We've been talking our shit. I didn't even have a top 5 segment, to be honest, bro. Oh. Yo!
Talk to my dog.
We were saying that you just dropped some new music, or not dropped some new music, but you let me hear some new shit, bro. Talk to me about that, bro.
Yeah, you feeling that one, huh?
That was pretty fire still, fam. I'm not gonna lie to you. And you know I've been critical of you before, bro.
You know, I'm so pissed that I'm not still in the studio. I would have played it.
Oh.
You told me, bro, you told me you're going to call me in 20 minutes. It's been an hour and 30.
My bad, bro. We were talking our shit over here on the podcast. So what? Were you dropping that soon or what?
I put T Grizzly on. I'm about to shoot it in Toronto like next week.
Okay.
On the block.
Yo, can I give you some quick behind the scenes advice while we're on the scenes kind of thing?
Yeah, talk to me.
Just drop the audio. Don't even drop the video soon. But yo, that song was hot, bro. Just drop the fucking audio. People will be on you.
City will be on fire.
Yes.
I'm gonna go drop the audio this week then.
Yeah.
Yo, we love hip hop. Yo, listen. Yo, Friday. You know, one person I call when I make music is you, eh? You tell me what it is.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
I took a break from gambling, so these guys are in trouble. I'm starting rapping now. I want to rap now. I want to shoot videos.
Well, listen, bro, you got the lane is open now. I was saying before, like your charges clean up, so you drop the music, bro.
Don't say a word Friday. Listen, call me on stream. We have a lot to catch up on.
All right, no, say no word. Say no more. One. All right, so yeah, I was trying to call him just now to see if we can get an update on what's going on. He says he got a new song with that he's gonna try to get T Grizzly on, or he got T Grizzly on. You know what I'm saying? I just created a poll right here. I asked, and excuse me for the all caps, all right? I had the caps locked. I didn't feel like unlocking them. I asked, are y'all excited for new top 5 music? I'll tell you one thing as far as from what I heard from the song. He is going at his ops. His ops being, I guess, one of his ops, 3LK. But, and I don't really condone of the oppie shit, but I'm always here for good music. And I will say that from what I heard, and y'all have heard me in the past, I've been super critical of top 5. Like there's been times where I've had rants where I'm like, this nigga sucks. But when I heard that, when he played that for me in the studio, and don't worry, I know it, you know, sometimes you hear things on the big speakers and stuff like that and it sounds better. Nah, B, this shit sounded hard, regardless of the oppie part of it. You know what I'm saying? So let me see what y'all are saying in the poll right here. Are y'all looking forward to new music from top 5? As long as it's good, okay? You know, like I said the last time that we had this live stream, or maybe a couple of streams ago, it better be good. Because when it comes to the amount of shit that he's been talking over the last couple of years or last year or so since he came home, these niggas will clown you if the song is whack. All right? So, especially now, if you didn't drop a first day out on the first day that you came out. Hold on. Carol said Friday secured the bag. Stop this, fam. I did not secure any bag. I'm literally just giving my honest opinion on what I heard. That's why I was just calling him just now, because I was like, maybe he has the bounce of the song that he can let us hear over the phone. Like I said, drop the audio. I don't even wait for no video or anything like that. Just drop the audio, fam. But apparently that didn't happen, even though it's still Wednesday. So let me see if there's anything else on these Reddit streets about that before we move on. It's not like I don't have like a lot to say on that, unless I can actually play y'all the song. Unless I could actually play you guys the song, it's not really much I can say, right? You know, I'll be like, you're capping, Friday. Shit is probably super mid. Nah, B. Trust me. Hold on. Let me see if I can find if the Reddit said anything else about it. See, the funny thing is, if he had called academics and said, yo, Ac, I got some new music on the way. Or if he had called, I don't even know, No Jumper, and said, yo, I got some new music on the way, this shit would be all over Torontology. But listen, I won't even hate, right? But yeah, they ain't even saying anything about it, man. But I'll just leave it there. There's not really, like I said, there's not much I can say unless I can play you guys the tunes, and I'm not going to play you the whole tune if I had it. But from what I heard, it is a diss track, but it's a good diss track. It's not like some ABC 1 2 3 type of rhymes. He actually is floating on there. The hook is good. The beat is fucking fire. So we'll see. All right. But yeah, let's leave that there. To be continued. I want to get into this Moula First stuff. I got mad links when it comes to Moula First, and you know, Moula First just touched road. He's been gone for. When did Moula First actually go away? I would say probably like maybe 6 months tops. I'll go and do a double check as far as like when he did actually go away. But I got mad links that I'm going to open up right now in the background so that we can go through this whole lore of even how he got to this point right now of getting locked up in the first place. So let me just pull this up. And big salute to Moula First. Welcome home. Welcome home, brother. Let's see. Let's start with this one right here.
If you love me, I don't care if you hate me. Pull up, it is what it is. 40 is right here beside me. Yeah, I'm thinking she won. Now tell me, why would you try me? Oh, you thought I was done. Now shit's about to get grimy. Let's roll.
Hopefully I don't get a copyright.
What did I miss?
All right. So he's back on road. Roads. The nigga got the jacket immediately. Unless he had that jacket already from when he was inside. Let's go over to his Instagram page because he's been posting on his page now that he's back. Even though he's been posting from since he was gone still. Let me see.
I don't.
That's the one that we saw here already.
Final boss, last level, last boss, last mission, last stage. You think you can face me, nigga? I'm feisty. I'm the next Jay-Z, baby. No PC. GP Max. I'm suing the Toronto police for $1.2 million for defamation of character. Barry police, mind your business. 2 eggs up.
What? Oh, and he tagged. Oh, Michael's back at CP24 News, at City CTV Toronto, at Toronto Police, and at Barrie Police. Jesus.
Oh, you thought I was gonna do life or something?
No, nobody thought he was gonna do life. Not for what he's accused of, because what he was accused of, just for the people who are not completely into the lore right here, he was accused of, I think it was assault, right? It was like a domestic type of shit.
Final Max, a premium boss. Pissed off, miserable, high blood pressure, disturbed.
Pissed.
Summer's over. Michael's back. Stay away from people who hate Monday and love Friday. Let them go to the Vibes Cartel concert.
Oh.
Got work to do.
Whoa. Damn, I can't rewind Instagram, man. I eat that thing.
Okay? Final boss, last level.
Oh, we gotta hear that part again. Holy. Before we get to that part, big salute to What's the Dirt. Big thanks for the donation right there. Let me give you an air horn right there for that donation. Where's my air horns? Air horns. Thank you for the donation there, sir. Is he taking a shot at me? Holy shit.
What, you thought I was gonna do life or something?
What did I
Final
do?
Max, a premium boss. Pissed off, miserable, high blood pressure, disturbed. Summer's over. Michael's back. Stay away from people who hate Monday and love Friday.
Oh, shit. We got the content. Nephew. Stay away from people who hate Monday and love Friday. Let's ponder on this for a second, gang. Stay away from people who hate Monday and love Friday. What the fuck did I do, bro? Two Piece No Biscuit says you have to fight him now. No, bro. I can't face him, fam. I'm not fighting these guys, bro. I fuck with Moula, bro. Shiesty's busted. That's not personal. I don't think it's personal. It's not like he was like, yo, fuck Friday. He's a goof. That's when shit gets a little different. But like, goddamn.
Let them go to the Vibes Cartel concert.
Let them go to the Vibes Cartel concert. When is this from? 2 days ago? When did we have our Glaze Fest? 1 second. Un momento. Pause. Let me check on something. Just quickly. Oh, 2 days ago. Oh, shit. Well, goddamn.
Who's starting this?
Sponsored by Tim Hortons.
You know, high level cringe.
Nah, right? Friday has to start though.
Yeah, Friday, you start. You have the most to say. Do you have any background music we could play? Like royalty free.
Royalty free
population being over
sympathy music.
And
Hold on. I was watching some wild shit before.
The population collapse explained, eh?
We'll talk about that later. Wait a minute. Don't do that. Adam. You know he's not talking about you. Stop pretending. Stay away from people who hate Monday and love Friday. Nigga. I'm not reaching, bro. Stop this, man. Anyhow, it's not about me. But goddamn, bro. What the fuck did I do?
Final boss, last level, last boss, last mission, last stage. You think you can face me, nigga? I'm facing.
Okay, so maybe this is what it is. Because here's the thing. He's suing the suing the police. He's suing the Barry. Who else is he suing? It says it right here. Toronto police and Barry police. Okay. For defamation. And during this whole time where he's been going through his legal issues, he's pulled up to the podcast 1 time or 2 times during this legal issue stuff. So just to bring you guys, and I'm going to give you guys the full lore, and maybe this is part of the problem because I'm just here to explain what's going on, fam. Like, I see all of this wild shit, and I just give my explanation of what's going on. So the last time that we did hear from Moula first, he had posted something about he had posted a letter to his daughter that we didn't even know that he had, to be honest. Okay. I have this up on the screen here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch this and I'm going to search something else. Okay. Let's search up Moula first. Okay. So this is the last thing that we heard from Moula first. He had put up a whole letter to his daughter. I'm not going to read it because Jesus Christ. Oh, I can see it. Right? I hope God is kind, a whole bunch of stuff. And he got a response from his baby mother when it came to that. All right, so let's go back to this page here. And this was courtesy of Icy Springer. Icy Springer got on live with her, did a whole thing. I screen recorded some of it. I did go when I was doing this, researching for this piece here today. I went over to Icy Springer's page to see if the content was still available, but he had taken down the live. But this is just a little bit of what was going on with that.
I'm your surety. If cops knock my door right now and say, "Where are you?" I need to be able to tell them where you are. Like, I don't have to tell you shit. So I said, I pulled this bail. I'm not losing my shit. I have a son. I need to be able to bail my son in a few years. So fuck, if anything.
Smart.
I'm not fucking over my surety for a nigga who continues to disrespect me. In that timing too, I guess he was messaging the girl. She's
So hold on.
That performance. I wouldn't know. I don't know that, but
Quick recap. So basically, he gets into the situation with the other girl, and you end up bailing him out, and then he goes out to do a show. You're calling him just to see his whereabouts and what the fuck going on. Nigga give you attitude and you pull the bail?
Yeah, he never came home that night, by the way. So he never came home.
I get it.
So like, I'm not doing this. I didn't pull it right away. He came back, beer arguments. And then, yeah, I eventually ended up pulling the bail a couple days later. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing this. Like,
I
I'm
get
already
it.
doing you a favor. In this situation, you should be working for your family. I'm doing you a solid. Like, what the fuck? You just did me so dirty. No one's ever even done me this dirty. Like, are you bright? Like, the fuck?
I'm just pulling up all the links in the background because this is there's a lore, there's a whole history that goes to this. So this is Moula versus baby mom. She's, I guess, over here venting and complaining over to Icy Springer about how she ended up pulling his bail because he ended up going back with the girl that he's currently, I guess, in the assault case with. And listen, if any of this stuff is wrong and Moula first sees this, because I'm sure he's going to see this later on, you can let me know these facts are not correct. You can come in, clean it up, all of that stuff. So I'm going to take you guys a little bit back. Let's go back in time to even where all of this started. It started when a video surfaced and started popping up on Reddit and a few different places, and some photos of Moula first in a hallway. He was in his boxers. His hand was cut. It was a crazy video. And the wildest part about it is we seen the video months, maybe not months, weeks before the it actually dropped on social media. So we never said nothing. I saw the video and I was like, damn, that's crazy. Hopefully he's able to keep that low and it doesn't get out into the public, but it eventually got into the public. So here's the video here. This is in the downtown hallway here. He had come out of the hallway. He had just been like in an altercation and he had come down the staircase. And I'll play that in a second where he explains all of this. But this is the aftermath. This is where everything started from. Okay, y'all following? So now I'm going to go over to YouTube when he pulled up after that video went viral. And sorry, I'm having some problem with my headphones, so bear with me, gang. After that video went viral, he came over to the podcast to explain some shit. So let's pull that up. Let's pull that up. Okay, so let's get some context because
this is exactly what we're not getting. I don't do sporadic things like, oh yeah, I need to do. No, I let you people talk. I run this game. The internet has never beaten me in life. Okay, 56-0, nigga. Where was I? Bring me back in. So niggas came.
You're in the altercation. You grab the knife in your hand.
I'm in the altercation. Okay, bear people. We're not even saying how much numeros were there. Okay, whatever. In the kid, grab the knife. Me, Moula first. Okay, not getting me. Okay, so long story short, whatever. I get out of the situation. Okay, so I know people have this thought that people, oh, they kidnapped me and torture me. It's foolishness. It's cute for the header. It's cute for the headline.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, where was I? I grabbed the knife, whatever, boom. I'm not gonna go to detail. Someone's still going through their case, unlike Twee doing all this stupid shit.
And I'm gonna play the part from Twy, who he keeps on calling Twee. I'm gonna play the part from Twy also, because this is like a whole crazy mix-up that's going on here.
Pleading guilty while your Q accused is still in jail fighting for his life. But you want to come home to your son, Romeo. Okay, so now you grab the I grab the knife, whatever, boom, boom. Somehow, I'm gonna say I get out of this situation. So this is where you now see me. This might go higher. Well, I'll grab it higher. It's fine. So that's when you now see me when I'm in my boxers and I go down. I'm to the fucking staircase.
Yeah.
That's when you see me. I got out of the situation. Walking down the stairs. That's when you see me. I'm in my boxers, bare feet. Okay, I just got into an altercation. Can't face me. Okay?
Can't face
Boom.
me.
Get to the lobby now. Whatever. The lobby goes around, whatever. Boom, boom. Just trying to make it safe. I'm with Pretty Savage. Pretty Savage and her daughter. Okay? Boom. They're helping me a little bit. Pretty Savage is saying, yeah, you know, they can't face you. Okay? Boom. That made me regain energy again. Okay? Health bar went up a little bit.
The health bar, the man said.
Came to the fucking the lobby that you guys that was posted, whatever. That's Pretty Savage, by the way, and her daughter. That kind of.
So I just showed you guys the video of the lobby, and I just had to switch my headphones up. Holy, it was bugging the hell out of me. Yeah, that was the lobby that I was just showing you guys the video of. So this is him explaining the case.
That kind of tilt me on the couch.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because hey, I have a depleted health bar.
You're losing blood too.
My health bar is down a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not defeated, but depleted health bar. Okay. So
hold on.
And from that's that.
Rewind. I gotta rewind that classic line right there. Classic Moula first line.
On a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not defeated, but depleted health bar. Okay. So and from that's that.
Damn.
From that's that. So people would like to make it seem that, oh yeah, people have kidnapped me. No, I feel like I've got a W in this situation. I'm alive.
Yeah.
It wasn't like Houdini on the footage and he ended up dying. It wasn't like that. Rest in peace, Houdini.
R.I.P.
You know, but like it's not one of those situations.
Yeah.
I'm a guy. I live to see my businesses.
So that was him explaining the whole altercation that we seen that I just showed you guys the video of. All right. So, and listen, I'm sorry that it's taken a minute to get through this lore. There's a lot of twists and turns that happen. What ended up happening was Twy came through and he responded to said lore or said story that Moula first came with his own story. And we're gonna get to the present day in a second. Let me pull this up on the screen. Exclusive Twy.
Do an affidavit, tell the truth that this never occurred, and free up my brother. That's it. I swear, I'll delete the diss song. I delete it. I don't care about this guy.
Yeah.
You have people in jail right now. This guy's eating the same meals every single day, waking up inside the jail, away from his children.
Yeah.
And what are you doing? You're coming up here doing interviews, acting like you're fucking Soulja Boy, man. Cut it out. You're bringing up my son's name. Would I bring up your daughter's name? No, I wouldn't do that. For what?
Yeah, it was pretty heavy, man. Yo, that silence was deafening right there. It was pretty heavy. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's switch gears because
no, hold on, man. Look,
yeah. Actually,
we're not in the right. We're not in the same weight class. Can this guy stand toe to toe with me? Like I'm just saying, you've been next to him. You've been next to me, right? Do you think he can stand toe to toe next to me?
Are you talking about in music or in a fight? Like I don't.
Yo, if you say certain shit like this, stand toe to toe with me in person. Do you think this guy could ever see me in real life? First of all, yo,
Friday
you mind passing me this right here?
Oh, what is?
I cannot even say this guy's name.
This is a paperwork party over here.
This is my probation, right? Says I cannot be around. Victim. Can you read this name for me?
Okay, so do not be within 100 meters of any place where you know Javon Smith or I'm gonna not say this next name because that person not in this incident here. To live, work, go to school, frequent any place to know to be expected for required court appearances.
You feel comfortable to come on a podcast and say these things because you know that you're protected by the police.
Oh, goddamn.
Go ahead and read what he even brought up here too. What was I on charges for back then? Assault against a police officer. Cut it out, man.
Yeah. So yeah, that happened. Okay. You know what? I'm actually happy I don't even have to move from the channel. All right. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And salute to the people who are popping into the chat right now. And salute to everybody who's popping in. All right. Big salute to Rot With Me and who else had just popped in? Wildcat. You know, hit that like button. It helps with the algorithm. I was having a conversation before about people not getting the notification. So yeah, welcome. But yeah, let me find the last Moula First interview before we continue our way down this crazy story here, this crazy rabbit hole. So Moula First responded to that interview with Twy and came through and had a couple of things to say himself. Let's see. There's so much shit. Okay, this is on. So you know what? Actually, sorry, I'm mixing up the story. So shortly after the Twy interview, Moula First ended up getting locked up again. Okay. Or ended up getting arrested. It was posted that he was on the run. All right. And I might have this still in my history. Here we go.
Police searching for a man in connection with an assault investigation.
30-year-old Javon Smith is accused of assaulting an individual or person on February 10th in the Pape and Danforth Avenue area. He's facing several charges, including.
So February 10th, that was, I guess, shortly around the first after the first interview that we did.
Including assault by choking, and failing to comply with an undertaking. Smith is described as 5'11" with a thin build and short black hair. Anyone with information is asked to contact police.
Okay, so that happened, and now we can go back because what ended up happening, he posted, he said, "I'm not on the run. Toronto police is slandering me," and you know, he went and turned himself in. So he came through, he did the interview. After he turned himself in, he spent about a week in jail, and here we go.
There's niggas in there that it's their first charge.
I think it was. I have a timestamp, so I'll find it.
Wow.
Okay, so here we go, right here. Really didn't expect to see you, not only just so soon over here, but when you posted that this post on the gram here of you coming out right here.
Final boss, last level, last boss, last
Big recap
mission,
over here,
last
big
stage.
Biggie Gold.
Put him on the news. He choked somebody.
Right, so this is from the news report that I just showed you. They said, you know, he choked somebody, all that type of stuff that they were accusing him of, right?
Allegedly. No segregation. GP Max. Or you thought I was gonna do 15 years or something?
I got the content. Kinda. So talk to me, fam. Let's break it down. I see the news post, CP24, different news stations saying that you're a fugitive. Can we address that first? Yo.
Wow.
Yo, Moula, bro, hold on before you say something, because that pause is super long. Bro, I ain't got no problems with you, fam. Pull up, bro. You're home now. All right. Anybody who hates Monday and loves Friday, like, bro, the bar's hot. I ain't mad at you, fam. Pull up.
Like I said there, put me on the news. He choked somebody. Allegedly. Right? So, you know, anyone else, if they were normal, they would never put them on the news, right? For that.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Yeah. It's not like you're out there and you let off the ting or something. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So yeah, Detective Lumen. That's what I mean by, oh, you thought I was gonna go away for 15 years or something. You thought this was gonna do something to me or slow me down. I'm a guy. Okay? I don't know how much times I have to say it, but I'm not one of these Toronto rappers, like I said. I ain't one of these guys. So yeah, you thought I was a goner, but no, Michael's back.
let me pause this for a quick second, and I need to change the poll that I have here. The poll that I have here right now is: can Moula first make a comeback? 65% of y'all say yes. Only 35% of y'all say no. All right, let's end that one. You asked a really good question right there, Biggie Gold, DJ Biggie Gold, Touch of Gold. He said, do you think he's going to win that case against the boy them? I'm going to copy and paste this and make that the new poll question. There you go. Salute. Thank you for that question right there, because that's an amazing question. Because he's trying to sue the boy them. He's trying to sue the police. Okay. He's saying that they defamed this character. And listen, don't sue me either. Listen, bro. I know you're playing the Drake song in the background, and Drake has become very litigious. Don't sue me either, all right, bro? Don't get sue happy. But, you know, I think that's a good question. You know, do you think he's got a case? Do you think he can win this? Because he wasn't on the run. He was willing to turn himself in. He had no problem turning himself in, but the Toronto police said, "Yo, we're gonna post this nigga on the big screen, not even on this little We Love Hip Hop little bullshit." He posted them up on the big lights, CP24, and you know we all watch CP24.
Everyone thought, oh yeah, he's gone or whatever. Blah blah blah. Probably happy I was away, but I'm a guy.
I'm a guy.
Okay. Like the news said the day after, they said I was unaware of being sought.
Yeah.
I did not know I was wanted.
So you saw it the first time when you saw your face on the news?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I had spoke with Detective Lumen a little before that. She said, "Oh, if you don't," because she was going to all these other people and saying, "Oh yeah, where's Moula?" And then when I finally get the information, I call her and I say, "Hey, you're looking for me." "Oh, okay. You know what?" Boom. All right. We hashed out the details. She said, "Yeah, if she doesn't hear from me, she's gonna put me on the news." Yeah. I said, "Oh, cute."
Hold on. Sorry to interrupt you. That was the first course of action. As soon as if I don't hear from you, I'm putting you on the news.
Cute.
Wow.
So I said, "Oh, okay, here, you hear from me. All right, cool. No need to do that." I was playing fair for a little bit. Then I seen the picture on the news. She put it on the news anyway.
Wow.
Police searching for a man in connection with an assault investigation.
30-year-old Javon Smith is accused of assaulting an individual or person on February 10th in the Pape and Danforth Avenue area. He's facing several charges, including assault by choking, and failing to comply with an undertaking.
Right? So cute.
Moula, listen, bro. Don't even diss the program, fam. Don't even diss the program, because you ain't gonna be able to go over. One, there's nowhere else to go. There barely ain't no fucking podcast in the city that are dealing with this level of high grade fuckery. All right, niggas try to stay away from that over at the mother podcast. They're like, oh, we're too highbrow to deal with all that Toronto rapper bullshit. So don't be dissing the old man over here about loving Mondays and people Fridays or whatever the bar was. Like, you ain't gonna be able to go to any other places and have these kind of candid conversations, my nigga. I got the content.
But you thought I was gonna do 15 years or something?
So you're out. They got you on bail conditions, or like what's the how are you out?
Listen, I'm a guy, dog. When I do shit, I learn from it from the highest extent. Okay, so all these people that listen, jail was. They want to talk about, oh yeah, 5-star.
Talk about it, Carol.
They shouldn't be in a 5-star whatever hotel. Everyone should be held accountable for their actions. Bro, I'm a guy. How am I out? Because I'm a guy. I have 8 different companies. Okay? I sell cologne and perfume, sell fucking Final Boss jackets, sell fucking whiskey, sell fucking Hutsy Financial. You cannot face me, etc. So when they look at me, it's, oh no, we can't. This is Michael. Especially when the whole jail's like, Moula first, miserable, high blood pressure.
Right, and I'm not gonna play the whole thing with the way that he was treated in the jail, and he was like, yo, I went in there and it was like, yo, I'm a guy, da 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 da. We went through that already. Okay, but this gives us a little bit of clarity of why he was locked up in the first place. What brings us to that post that he has where, you know, he's coming out of the jailhouse with the jacket still and he's home. All right, let me pull up the Instagram page just to bring us back full circle. I'm there.
Final boss, last level, last boss, last mission, last stage. You think you can face me, nigga? I'm feisty. I'm the next Jay-Z, baby. No PC. GP Max. I'm suing the Toronto police for $1.2 million for defamation of character. Barry police, mind your business. 2 eggs up. What, you thought I was gonna do life or something? Final Max, the premium boss. Pissed off, miserable.
That, you know, you thought I was gonna do life or something? Sound familiar? Bringing us back full circle.
High blood pressure disturbed. Summer's over. Michael's back. Stay away from people who hate Monday and love Friday. Let them go to the Vibes Cartel concert. You got work to do.
Yo, Drizzy, respond to the DMs.
Do. Okay? Final.
So yeah, he's been on his, let me see if I can find his other page. Where's his other page? Max Way of Thinking. Okay. So yeah, he's in the pumpkin patch with the pumpkin suit. See what he did right there? More pumpkin patch. And we're getting close to, dead sunflowers. He's building up to something now. All right, Super Max. Can I hear some tunes?
Y'all them want me fierce, but them y'all them can't face me. Can't face me. Can't face me. Y'all them want me fierce, but
he probably made this beat too.
them y'all them can't face me. Can't.
This might be a Nicki Minaj beat. Don't fuck me over with that, please, bro. Please. But he had posted something. Where's the shit that I seen him post? And we'll get off the story in a second. It might be in here. What's this? August 28th, CNCC Penetang released me by an accident for Labor Day. What? By an accident? For real? For Labor Day weekend, September 2nd, I was remanded back into custody from Barrie Courthouse. God loves me so much that he made me come out to see my niece to be born and my loved ones to go back to school. Kind of shit that doesn't happen for no one. Fast forward, now I'm out just in time for my birthday, October 13th, Thanksgiving. Okay. So I guess back in August, he got locked up. Damn. I'm trying to put together the timeline here. He was released and then he was put back in. That's wild. Okay, Michael is back and it's about to get grimy. Let's roll. There was something that he had posted.
Final boss, last.
Hello. Well, you got, whoa. Okay, listen.
I don't think I trust that one.
That one's doing it.
I don't trust this one. This one looks. You try it.
These guys are savages. They're GP Max.
Oh! Oh! Tattoo, did you think of me?
Final boss.
This. GP Max. I'm sure this is like a, what do you call it? Photoshop or whatever, but I feel like this is a new merch line that's on the way. So he's gonna take all of that, flip it into some new shit. You know what I'm saying? I will actually even make a prediction, and then we'll end this segment over here. I feel that the new project that he has is going to be called GP Max. All right, you heard it here first. New project on the way, GP Max. Moula first is home. Welcome home, I'll say again, like I said at the top of the segment. All right, I don't know why I caught a stray, but salute to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let me go back to the poll before we move on to our next topic to see what y'all are saying here. I asked because he is suing the Toronto police or the Barrie police and Toronto police for 1.2 million. Says you think he's going to win the case against the boy them? 50% says yes and 50% says no. So Moula, if you do see this later on, people think, yeah, it's a 50-50 chance that you could win the case. All right. Those are pretty good odds. We got a pretty tough crowd over here. A lot of the times, man, them will just be like, bro, give it up, fam. Like, it's Toronto you're dealing with. Like, keep that in mind. So, yeah. People think you have a 50-50 chance. So, salute to Moula first. I'm sorry to have taken you guys all the way down the road, but we had to give you the full lore for y'all to understand why the importance of him coming out of jail. All right? So, salute to Moula first. All right? Holla at me, bro. Let's get another interview going, bro. Let's clear up some more shit. Speaking of people coming home, let's go back to Instagram here. Pooh Shiesty is back on roads. All right, big salute to Pooh Shiesty. All right, Mr. Take It in Blood. How long was Pooh Shiesty gone for? Like a year or 2 years? I don't even remember how long. Like, so many rappers get locked up. All right, so this is courtesy of the Shade Room. Pooh Shiesty's attorney speaks out after the rapper was released early or from prison early. Niggas, I'm sorry, yo. I don't want to be the guy. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy. And that's a fact right there, Carol. We love hip hop alumni. But you see these niggas, what is he from, Memphis? The way this nigga came home, he got so many racks that he can't even keep them all up. He's dropping money on the floor and shit. Niggas is like, yo, here's all your chains, bro. The contrast between like the life of the Toronto rapper and the life of one of these niggas over there in America. Especially when you get to link up a Gucci Mane and all that type shit. Holy. Like I said, I don't want to be that guy. Just coming off of the Toronto rapper story, but like the contrast is crazy. What is he sitting on top of a Lambo? Oh man. God love America, the land of milk and honey. All right, big salute to rapper Big 30. Big salute to K Carbon. He linked up with his artist. She's looking like a what do you call it? Sexy red light.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Welcome home with lights and shit. Yo, I'm saying, like, a lot of niggas come home in Toronto, bro. Y'all niggas need to start getting your coming home parties, like, way better, bro. You got to get your coming home game right. These niggas know how to come home, fam. It's almost like making I'm going to say some stupid shit, all right? Just allow me to say some stupid shit for a second. It almost make you want to go to jail for, like, a month or two. Well, you ain't going to get that off of a month or two. You got to be gone for, like, a second. You know what I'm saying? You got to be gone for like at least a year to get this kind of party. All right, but y'all, it almost make you want to like, damn, niggas ain't party for me like that in a minute, bro. Like you got me to welcome home in lights.
It's so
over with. Do home. Come on, man. Come on, man. Find someone, no fumble.
What are those in the water? Like some kind of crystal balloons and shit? Y'all niggas need to get your coming home game right, bro. Holy. I think when Top 5 came home, they did it right. You know what I'm saying? They had the Richard Mills and the bags of clothes and shit like that. But like, I'm saying, like, these niggas know how to do it, bro. These niggas know how to welcome a nigga home. Jesus Christ. Yeah, man. Big salute to Pooh Shiesty. How many years did he get? He didn't get 12 years. Did he get 12 years? I never seen that movie, The Land of Milk and Honey, but I need to check it out, man. You know what? I need to go to the Land of Milk and Honey. All right. At least, well, shit. I'm Canadian. If I get locked up, the only thing that's gonna happen to me is I get deported. T-Talk says Friday you need to audition for a female co-host. I was thinking about that the other day. But you know, I will hit me up behind the scenes. We'll talk. So let me see. What else do I got on Pooh Shiesty? Because man, I love to see niggas winning, bro. There's a bunch of shit actually on Twitter. Let me pull this up here so y'all can see what I'm talking about. These niggas really know how to celebrate, bro. I rate it, bro. I just had to put in Pooh Shiesty on Twitter, and I just found all the dangerous shit I promoted. If we want slang, I can probably copyright music. Give me some time. What is this? Pooh Shiesty pop champagne and flexes bricks of cash with his team after federal prison release. Let me put it in motion. Right. Is he dropping any new music soon?
Cut it out. You don't like dreads. I'm gonna cut it off.
Thank you. Thank you, baby. You gonna cut? Come on, baby.
Hold on. 1 second. Yeah. Let me play a couple more things here. I do have an interview clip because Carol, you did mention, and salute to Carol, that is We Love Hip Hop alumni. Look at this guy. Look how ignorant these motherfuckers are. He's putting the bricks of money on his head. Welcome home, nigga. This is the type of shit I do to my cat. Like, just put shit on top of his head and shit.
She been collecting dust, man.
Holy.
She been collecting dust, man. We don't ride with no tags. You know I ain't bleeping nothing out. Nigga, I'm CEO. Fuck you talking about. She been collecting dust on us, man. We got she collecting dust on again. What we doing? What's up, my little twin, man? We got shit collecting dust. My little brother sending this shit, playing in this shit, man.
Good question. Good question. And we're going to get to that segment in a second. I do have that coming up. Jacob Donovan wants to know how much you think he makes a year laughing my ass off. I would say upward of $1 million a year. Okay. Not even in heavy, not like no 20 million, 10 million a year. Like he probably makes like 5 mil a year. Keep in mind, he only has 2 hit songs, maybe 3. He has the song The Neighbors that came out after Back in Blood. So that song did well as well. But Back in Blood, super hit. You know, I'll pull up the YouTube in a second, but I'm sure Back in Blood probably has upward. You know what? Let me check now. Back in Blood probably has like 30 million views. Let me see. Thanks to Pooh Shiesty. I actually have the interview pulled up here. We'll get back to that in a second. Pooh Shiesty. Can I get the Back in Blood? There we go. Back in Blood. Holy shit. I'm way off. 425 million views. Yeah. That's a lot, gang. Holy. I think he's fine. He's probably he might be making double-digit millions still, because mind you, keep in mind, he hasn't been able to do shows because he's been away for so long, right? But the fact that he was getting that many streams, and I'm sure his Spotify streams are close to the same, 245 million YouTube views. This guy's video is on the way to like 1 billion. That's insane. He puts things into perspective. What was I playing? Let's go back to Twitter, and then we're gonna go back to the interview here, and then we'll get off of this Pooh Shiesty news. And big salute to Pooh Shiesty. Welcome home, brother. Let me finish this video here.
My little brother done been driving this shit, man. I don't do this no, man. Come on, man. I don't want to drive this shit, man.
Look at this nigga's chain, bro.
I don't be wanting to drive. I don't be wanting to do this shit, man. I'm a low key nigga, man. I'm a motherfucking nigga. I'm more of a Slim from Cash Money than a Birdman type nigga though. But you know, I get on my Birdman shit though. Yeah, fuck you, tell me.
Pooh Shiesty made his first post since being released from prison.
Jazzy, get jazzy. Get jazzy.
This guy had all of these cars sitting in the driveway, bro. He was up. He probably was up like 20 mil before he went away. Maybe 15. Let's be a little bit modest then. 15 million is great. Okay? The man probably had like 15 million not in liquid alone, but between liquid and assets, he probably was worth about 15 million. All right? So he can, not to say, go sit for a second, but if he sits down for 2 years, even 5 years, he's fine. This is not Johnny from freaking Eglinton West that freaking goes away for 4 years and comes back and nobody cares. You feel me? Jason LP says, saw recently that 3 million views YouTube makes you 25K. Can't imagine what 425 million views makes. Right? That's pretty accurate. About 25K for 3 million views. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. You know what I'm saying? I would even say give or take, because it depends on what the CPMs and the RPMs and all that other YouTube language is. You know what I'm saying? As far as like what advertisers are paying for and the length of the content that you have up to. We're talking about music videos tops 4 minutes or whatever. So it's not going to be a long piece of content that has a bunch of ads playing in between. However, the difference with a music video and a piece of content, and we're going to get back to that in a second when I get into my other segment, is music videos have replay value. People are going to be replaying that shit over and over and over and over again until it hits 425 million views on YouTube. So there's a big difference. You feel me? Yeah, man. Niggas is out here getting money from music. I ain't even going to get that twisted.
Fuck they talking about, nigga, we out here, nigga. That what me and my twin doing. When I come home, what's up? Stop playing with me, man. We the biggest, man, for real. Don't get no bigger, man. It's time to show you niggas now, man. First time, yeah, okay, you can bite me, you just getting to warmed up to seeing what we really got going on. This time here, though, man, listen to me. This time here, man, you getting extorted, man. You don't pay for this shit, man. You ain't finna keep biting me, nigga. That shit hurt. Fuck you talking about, nigga.
And just to reiterate for people who don't even remember why he went away in the first place, he went away for he really let off the ting in the club. He had it on him in the club, and he thought somebody reached for his pockets, and he was already on probation for another case prior where he went to go buy some sneakers or some weed. I forget what the purchase was supposed to be. And there was the notorious video of him and his homies and the luxury cars pulling up to make the transaction, and then the shootout happened and the cars pull out and shit like that. So he was already dealing with that legal issue. Then he was in the club. Nigga tried to touch his pockets, or he felt like the security tried to touch his pockets, and all hell broke loose, and he ended up popping at somebody. So I did have an interview with him. Hold on, let me play a little piece. I'll tell you something quick about this interview, just a little bit of BTS. They told us when we did this interview that we can ask him about anything except, and they made sure the day we right before, not even the day before, the day we were actually doing the interview, they hit me up at the last minute like, oh, by the way, you can't ask him about the case that he's got, the pending case that he's got with the shootout. I was like, damn, nigga. That was literally on my page of one of my questions. Because our city, and a lot of people listen to your music, so a lot of people I'll just play a little of this quick. Probably be listening to this message, right? Our city has been crazy. You know what I mean? From what you've been tapping into, you already see that we got a drill scene, and the reason that we got a drill scene is because niggas is drilling. You know what I'm saying? And I know over Memphis, that's been the story from forever. You know what I'm saying? It's been the murder capital a few times, right?
Yeah, sure.
What do you think that we can do to bring down some of the gun violence, whether it's in Memphis or even for some of these youngins over here in Toronto? Let's see what Pooh Shiesty has to say
need
about
to
gun
put
violence.
some things out there to do. Like, it need to be stuff to do.
Real.
Real problem. They don't be having nothing else to do.
Salute to Gutsy Guts.
See, this should have messed you up. Like, this all you gonna make something happen. It's just like you gonna try to get out there and do anything. Like, my apartments ain't have a pool, a swing set, or nothing. Like, I want to go back through there and put a pool, a big pool over there, like community center, like a little football, little fit, like something to do, just anything to do.
Yeah.
That's real, man. That's real.
Well, as they say, the idle mind is the devil's playground, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, salute to Pooh Shiesty right there. He's actually leveled up his jewelry. Because now when I look at these chains right here, these is like the junior kit. You know what I'm saying? The junior jewelry kit right there. This ain't the shit that he got on now. So he came home and he freaking went to the jewelry store right away. But yeah, welcome home, Pooh Shiesty. And, you know, next time I see a Toronto rapper come home, I want to see the welcome home in lights somewhere at a swimming pool, or, you know what I'm saying? At least bring niggas to the club. Holy, y'all niggas is cheap, bro. But yeah, man, salute to Pooh Shiesty. Actually, because one thing that you guys were asking, and thank you to for the question over here to Jacob Donovan also, is how much you think Boondog make a year? His videos are crazy. Thank you, because this actually brings us to the segment that I wanted to get into. I didn't even think I was going to get into this because we had a conversation the other day about a rapper who just came home. Big salute to 100 Band Plan. He had came home, and then we started getting into a whole conversation about how much money that a rapper could make a year, a Toronto rapper more specifically. And the number started going out like 150, and big salute to DJ Czar and big salute to Natural Wave. Czar threw out that number of 150, and then the debate started from there. I'll play the clip, but what ended up happening is what I did not expect. A whole debate started happening. People were either offended. I started getting phone calls like, bruh, I don't know, you might be a little bit off with that one right there, bro. Rappers make a little bit more than you think. You know, I got text messages, not DMs, text messages. I actually had a whole conversation with Killy, big salute to Killy, and he put me on to game. And I was like, you know what? My bad. So I'll play the clip that got us into, I won't say all this controversy. It's not crazy controversy, but it's like people are just actually very energized by this conversation. Natural. Because you said sustainable living, and I'm not talking about as YouTuber or whatever, just as an artist.
Livable wage.
A livable wage. What's that? What is that?
6 figures.
Like, give me a number, like per year.
Where it's like you're kind of decently living in Toronto in 2025, I want to say like 150.
No local Toronto rapper is making over $30,000
I don't agree with that. I'd have to see some money. You don't
off
think
their music.
150K a year.
You don't think Pressa's making more than 50 bands off of 30 bands?
Okay, when I say local rapper, I don't mean like.
You don't think Sav is making like?
I don't consider Oppressa a local rapper because like he lived in LA for the longest time. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I don't think Sav is making 150,000 a year off his music
alone.
Exactly.
Okay. So you might have to supplement it with a little side business. You know what I'm saying?
And like I rock with Sav heavy. I don't want to, you know what I mean? Malvern out here, we out here.
But I think it's fathomable, bro.
Yeah, it's fathomable. It's not impossible. It just does not. I don't think it's happening yet. Like we even see, like when we go through the Rap Cap numbers. If you go to Rap Cap TO and check out some of their charts that they post of like the Spotify numbers and stuff like that, it's surprising how high some of these guys like Spotify numbers are. But most of the highest ones are the guys who are not even here no more, bro.
And don't you have to get like 1 million streams to only make like 2 bands
on Spotify?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so and then Apple Music, and then there's YouTube.
How many?
Then you could do features. You can have shows.
But how many of these
merch.
guys are getting millions of streams on all of their songs?
Right now, none of them.
None. So, and thank you for the question earlier, because salute to Boondog. Boondog makes a lot of money from being a businessman in the music industry and other different businesses that he has, legal businesses that he has. Okay. So, and from what you can see, like he's living in Dubai, he's moving around, he's him and Pressa makes a good amount of money off of his music. Attachments has been out, and Attachments has millions of views on it. Canada Goose has millions of views on it. But as far as Boondog himself for his own music, I'm sure he makes a good amount of money, probably about maybe 100K. But then there's also different things that come into play when it comes to the way Canadian artists can make money off of their music, right? But we'll get into that in a second.
So they're not even making 2 bands a month, 3 bands a month. We'll be generous. We'll say $3,000 a month off 1 million streams, and none of them are making that.
Okay, let's say they're making 2.5 off just their streams a month, like, and that's like high end.
That's maybe like 30,000 a year.
Okay, but that's just off their streams. If they can supplement that with YouTube revenue, with merchandise, with shows, with features, I think it's very fathomable.
They're gonna get from 30,000 to 150.
If that's going from 2.5 to like 10 a month, and then you got to sell some crack.
What was it?
Okay, so yeah, big salute to DJ Czar. Is he naive when it comes to that 150,000? Because at first I really thought he was like 150,000, and DJ Natural, same thing. He was like, bro, I don't think that's even like fathomable. You know what I'm saying? But the comments say differently. All right, let me check the poll before we go through these comments, because I asked, do most Toronto rappers make 100K per year? 22% of y'all are saying yes, and 78% of y'all are saying no, which is a mud thing. Damn, y'all don't really believe that these niggas is making money, because niggas is correcting me, bro. They were like, nah, bro, like we make money. Hold on, let me see if I could oh, this guy has this shit set up so he can't even call this nigga from Instagram. I was actually gonna see if I can get Killy on the phone, because Killy he hit me up in the DMs and he was like, yo, I make way more than that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people were trying to put me onto game behind the scenes. They were like, bro, like there's money to be made in this game. It's just that you don't really see it. A lot of people are not even talking about it. So I would love for somebody to hit me up and see if they can put me onto game when it comes to some of that. You know what? Let me do something real quick. Let me holler at the bro Lucas. Let me see if I can get him on the phone. Give me a second, gang. Because people are going crazy in the comments on this shit. Macadelic in the comments with a paragraph. Yo. What are you saying, brother?
I just fucking picked up the 15 passenger. Holy.
Yo, listen, I'm on stream real quick, right? So I just got to ask you some questions, right? It's music industry stuff because I had a thing, and salute to the people in the audience right here. This is T. Lucas. T. Lucas is a manager in the game. He was on the interview that I did with JMG Kofi, right? And you're actually out here helping a multitude of artists. So I had a thing where I didn't believe that the average Toronto rapper could make $150,000 a year. Can you put us onto a little bit of game on how they do?
So you're saying that the average Toronto rapper can't, but then you're asking me to do it.
No, because a lot of people started saying, nah, bro, you're wrong. We actually do. You know what I'm saying? Man's hit me up behind the scenes saying, nah, bro, we make money. We make more than that. You know what I'm saying? I even said that I didn't think Sav 4 times was making $150,000 a year. And niggas is like, nah, bro, you're crazy. So put me on, bro. Like, how are you?
Sav getting paid. He's doing his thing. There is a selected amount of artists, in my opinion, who do, clear the 6-figure number. It should be more, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you, like why I think there should be more. But as far as like the artists that are making money and they're clearing that 6-figure check, a lot of it has to do with the artists that don't stick in Toronto. They move around. They get out of the city first and foremost, and they go and build audiences outside of Toronto. And then once they get, maybe it's opening up for another artist in another major music market, or even just moving around, being in the studio in different markets, whether it's London or Atlanta or Paris or New York, etc. And that's when I feel like their buzz starts to grow in their own city, because it's like, oh, that's our guy. We now we'll claim him type shit.
Right.
But so that's that's one side of it. But yeah, man, I mean, as far as actually clearing 6 figures, like Sav, for example, he got a record deal. You know what I'm saying? So you go and do an American record label deal, and now you're in that conversation, man. I mean, SiriusXM paid really well. There's some selected artists that are digging in and getting their stuff on radio and building that bag on the publishing side.
So, okay, let me stop you right there, because I heard that you can get like $18 per spin if you have your stuff put together right as far as your paperwork. $40 per spin?
Yeah.
Holy shit. See, this is what I'm talking about. I haven't rapped in a long time, so I'm not focusing on that. You know what I'm saying?
But do the math, right? If you're on rotation, you're getting 10 spins a day. That's $4 mils a day.
Oh my
7
God.
days a week. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
again, like they're not just picking up any artists. Like you got to have some motion. There's got to be a reason, and a lot of those reasons are like from what I mentioned before, moving around, getting out of the city. If you're just chilling in Toronto, doing the same shit, you're at the same club, and I just seen you at the grocery store, like you don't really see that local support really, building around you, saying that's the guy, that guy's up next. But the second you move out of the city and you start moving around and linking with different artists or jumping on, even if you're doing support acts for a tour, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's when the city's like, yeah, that's our guy, and then your numbers start jumping back home. You know what I'm saying?
And then you can get booked to do more shows, and then you get more money.
Yeah, bro, for sure. But yeah, man, I mean, there's a lot of different ways to get it. There's money buried, right? Like there's the grant system's there.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've had multiple artists that I've worked with do 6 figures just in grants alone.
See, this is what I'm saying. Like, people were telling me this behind the scenes. Like, bro, you don't even understand. A lot of artists are just off of grants are getting 6 figures, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I'm gonna let the real people, let the experts talk. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, not a lot of artists though. It's very limited, man. You know what I'm saying? And there's levels to this shit, right? Like you gotta work your way up. Like even with Factor, for example, they do a lot of good work with artists from Canada. And it's like step one is getting registered, and then applying for those initial like early grants, the junior sound recording, the JSR is what it's called, and that's 20 bands, and that's 10 bands for music video, and then 10 bands for marketing. You know what I'm saying? Like once you execute that and you submit all the paperwork, and your game is tight, then you can start now to level up. And again, you have to have numbers though, right? Like they want to see that like, You know what I'm saying? You're at least doing like, you know, a couple million streams off the project. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Now you get to level 2. Now you start getting into the 50K plus. Once you get to level 3, it's 6 figures automatic for the next 3-4 years.
Okay.
But again, it's a process. I'm making it sound easy. It's a process. And like, you know, you got to be putting numbers on the board. You can't just drop a music video and, you know, and you know, your boy who has a marketing company, he charges you 10 bands, and then, you know, you only really spend 2 bands on marketing and you pocket the other 8. Like, that's not going to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to spend the whole 10 bands.
You got to, and you got to spend it the right way, bro. Like, fuck, I've spent 100 bands on one single, marketing a single. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can burn through cash. You know, so it's about spending it the right way too. And like, and what's crazy, bro, is like the right way a year ago ain't the right way today either. Like, it's constantly evolving and changing. And like, bro, like, even down to TikTok now, I feel like TikTok's dead when it comes to like actually spending a big bag on TikTok and doing those influencer campaigns. Like, people are hip to it. They see it and they're like, yeah, this is just a campaign. Next.
It's generic.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't feel organic. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying TikTok's dead by any means. TikTok's booming.
The campaigns are dead. It looks inorganic. It looks generic. Like, oh, you got another person dancing to the song. Okay, sure. Yeah. They found that on their own. Like, yeah, right, buddy.
But now it's like, all right, have you seen these Clipper campaigns they're doing on IG where, you know, these guys have, you know, an unlimited amount of Instagram accounts. They're taking your song, they're clipping it in their niche, whether it's the gaming niche or it's sports highlights or it's fighting or it's relationship or whatever that niche is. And they're not taking your song and they're clipping content for that audience on their IG pages across, you know, hundreds of our IG pages. And now your song starts trending on IG, and then it starts gaining traction organically because people are seeing it in that top 10. And now the song starts moving. That's some new shit, right? And by new shit, I mean the last like 6 months, right? So, I mean, the game is constantly evolving and changing. And like, I mean, the days of paying a couple blogs, you know, like even that, like down to blogs, bro. Like, I'm not really seeing that move the needle at all, bro. Like, people don't go to blogs to discover music. You know what I'm saying? If it's just like, yo, check out my new song and you pay whatever page $5 to post it, you know, you might get 25 fucking flame emojis from artists who already know you or people who already fuck with you, but you're not seeing the growth there. It's like, really and truly, it's about developing a strategy where, you know what I'm saying? Like where you're bringing attention to you as an artist outside of your artistry, which sounds funny. Right? Because the days of just posting a snippet and saying this is coming on this day, that's not enough, bro. People want to see what's going on behind the scenes. They want to get to know you. So it's developing a strategy around outside of the music. Like my strategy on releasing a single, for example, is I want to see an artist have at least 4 or 5 quote unquote viral content pieces dropped before that single comes that have nothing to do with music. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's their opinion on, you know, something that's controversial. Maybe they got a funny, something they want to talk about outside of music. So now, and tapping into different audiences that way.
Show me a cooking video, something. Show me you making your favorite drink.
Yeah, maybe you're super into crypto and you want to spit some game. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, you want to talk about how relationships are now and your perspective on it or whatever it is. And now you're cooking those other spaces. And then it's like, oh shit, this motherfucker makes music. I feel like the artists that are doing that shit, they're the ones that are really winning. You know what I'm saying? If you're just cover art, clip it to my song, snip it to my song, and that's all you're doing, bro. Like, I mean, you can see the results with what those artists are doing, man. Like, it's not there. You know?
Hey, don't give them too much game now, Lucas. Let me ask, because you're giving them mad game right now. Okay, let me ask you one last question, and I'm gonna let you get back to your life because I know you're a hella busy man out here.
Yeah, I just picked up a 15-passenger fucking vehicle. We're going on tour tomorrow morning. So yeah, you got me at a good time.
Yeah, man. And listen, Northside Benji show is going down this Friday. What's the venue again?
Yeah, we're at Lee's Palace on Friday, sold out.
The legendary.
We had to announce a second day, so we got back-to-back. So we're going Friday and Saturday this weekend. Don't even come Friday if you don't have tickets yet, because you're not getting in. But Saturday, there's still a few tickets left, so definitely pull up Saturday, man. It's legendary, bro. It's his first tour. You know what I'm saying? So it's exciting, bro. It's exciting for me, man. I mean, I'm a fan.
No, congrats on congrats on selling out the spot too, man. That's amazing. Okay, my last question. How many streams does an artist have to make to get at least $1,000 off of Spotify alone? We won't get complicated, just Spotify alone.
Okay, let me give you the math real quick. So
Okay.
Spotify, a million streams on Spotify, give or take 4 bands USD. A million streams on Apple, give or take, is 7 bands USD, give or take.
Nice. I ain't mad at that.
Give or take on Spotify is because there's premium and there's free tier, and depending on what country in, there's a different royalty. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you get 1 million streams in Mexico, it's like 2 bands. But 1 million streams in North America, we're talking 4, right? It's
4
a big
bands,
difference.
yeah.
So, but yeah, in North America in general, a good gauge is around 4 bands.
Okay. Listen, brother, I appreciate you giving us some game over here on the live stream, bro. The audience appreciates this game because, listen, man, we watch the rappers. We just think about, okay, everybody must have like $1 million in the bank or whatever, but it's good to get clarity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I mean, it is. I mean, I'm kind of with you to a certain extent, though, man. I mean, I see artists that so-called popping artists that I won't even name, but like when you go really look at how much money they're making, it's like, damn, this motherfucker's like so-called popping, and like he's making maybe 40, 50 bands a year off his music. That's not enough. And this is why, for me, it's like I feel like a big challenge that we're facing in Toronto is live shows. And you know, and I brought this up a few times in the past where it's like every city has politics, you know, within the rap communities. And, you know, and there's challenges that we need to overcome, but there's still artists, you know, I went to New Orleans, man. There's an artist you never heard of who's doing 15 bags a show. He's getting paid 15 bags. And you never heard of him. And he does that 2-3 times a year. Plus he's doing his streaming money. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a real income versus like, so a lot of Toronto artists, like, man, you don't see them doing shows, bro. So
15 bands would be a dream.
It's something we need to figure out, man. I think that, like, you know, shows should be a no-fly zone, and I realize that's a lot to ask, but you know, like, we're fucking up our own money, man. We need to get the show money. There's real bread there, man.
Yeah. Listen, man. Once again, thank you. I'll tap in with you soon, and I'll holler at you behind the scenes for Saturday.
Anytime, brother. Anytime, man. I got you.
All right, brother.
All right, love, bro. Peace.
Big salute to T. Lucas right there, man. He gamed us up right now, bro. Holy shit. So I guess I'm not crazy because I'm thinking to myself, after the way these guys hit me up and Soletta Ray, big salute to Soletta Ray, she said Friday looks fried. Yeah, I was this chronic right here is punching me in the face right now. Max Stack says, if this guest on the phone is so gamed up, shouldn't Moula first be doing crazy numbers in the 6-figure club? I feel like Moula's most viral content. This caller is cap. He's not capping, bro. Because here's the thing. Moula might not be as tapped in with some of the ways that Lucas is putting people onto game on how to get these streams and the grants and different things like that. But he also gets a share his fair share of streams and views, right? You heard what Lucas was just saying right now. If you start reaching to certain levels of streams, then they start treating you different and giving you different money, right? And he also said, what, 1 million streams is 4 racks. So if you got a song that has like 200 million streams, you're racked up, bro. If you have a song that has 10 million streams, you got some racks, bro. But that's 10 million streams. But that's also one platform. It's being streamed on multiple platforms. And I'm going to show some of the comments over here because people were chased. Right, big salute to Macadelic. That's a big video director in the city over here. He said it's not about streaming numbers. It's about who monetizes themselves the most from music, from shows, merch, features, exclusive drops, and then add streaming money. I knew/know rappers in Toronto who are making a solid living. It's about how you do it. All right. Big salute to Roni, aka DGC Roan Dog. He says, I make over 150K off of just streams alone, not including my shows. And Roni's gigging all the time. He's on a tour. I think he's on his 3rd or 4th tour, right? Which goes into what Lucas was just saying. Right? Big salute to K Cuz. He said 100%. Right? He also spoke with me behind the scenes, said, yo, there's mad ways of getting money, including the grant system, which Lucas was just explaining right there. Right? So everything that people have been telling me behind the scenes, Lucas literally confirmed on this phone call right here. All right. So I really appreciate him picking up for that. All right. There's some couple of long ones over here. Right. Underground Nation Pod and Big Salute to Underground Nation says Sav 4 times definitely makes over 250K a year. Y'all tripping. I actually at first was like, you tripping in my mind, but maybe I'm tripping. Maybe not 250K. That's pushing it, but I'm sure he makes about 100K off of his music, especially with how lit he is. This guy responded saying, Lamal, no hate, but good artist, but I doubt you got to be making over 100 million. You got to be making over 100 million views of YouTube and Spotify, interviews of Jimmy Kimmel, and barely clutch 135K. I don't know about that, bro. Right? There's niggas who you don't know, you never heard of their music, who's making 150K a year. So you don't have to be like Jimmy Kimmel Live type of level to make that. This guy's reaching. All right? Said he don't like pocket watching. I do. Big salute to Tony Ranks, aka Scandalous. Says, I only made this type of salary when I forgot about rap and got a career. Trust me, making 6 figures a year in 2025 is like 60K in 2015. The risk and the bullshit that comes with being popular in your city isn't worth a lick of 150K a year. He landed a super good point right there. Because it's okay if you're making 150K a year if you're JMG Kofi, right? Big salute to him. I'm not talking about Kofi me. I'm talking about the artist / volleyball player, right? It's okay if you're making 150K a year and you're Havaya Mighty. You don't got to worry about somebody trying to shoot out your head back because of the things that you say in your rhymes. But if you're out here being a drill rapper talking about fuck the ops, I made him spin and piss his pants and all that type of shit that niggas be talking about in their songs, is it worth 150K to be risking your life to be a known figure? I say no, but I don't feel like being a rapper anymore. And I used to be a gangster rapper, but I wasn't a drill rapper. So that's a whole different story. You feel me? Max Stack says, who's working harder than Roni? Who's dropping as many videos as him? That's a fact. Roni drops mad music and his music does numbers. And I'm sure he understands the grant system. His tours, like I just mentioned earlier, he's always on tour. So Roni is definitely making 150K is probably like lowballing for him. Pause. Like he's probably makes in total when you put all of those different things together, including merch, right? Because he's probably selling merch at all of the shows. He probably makes maybe 400, maybe 500K a year. That don't make you the richest man in the world. That's a great living. That's not even a good living. That's a great living. You feel me? What are you saying over here? It says, why can't motherfuckers make music without beef shit? A lot can. And a lot of the people who I mentioned make more than 150K a year. Dylan Ponders, who I interviewed earlier this year. He got the Guinness Book of World Record for consecutive releases. Not all of those releases have millions of views or streams or whatever. A lot of them don't have high streams, but the ones that do have millions of streams. And he was able to get 2 gold plaques off of his streams. Y'all niggas probably don't know who I'm talking about, but he's doing fine. So there's a lot of people who are making money off of music who don't have to worry about their safety. You feel me? What was this one over here? Big salute to Chillo's Beats. He says all you have to look at is their streams and shows to do the math. 1 million streams is like 2-3 grand, just like what Lucas was just saying, right? He said 4 grand. These guys ain't getting millions of streams per month. Then shows, if you even got any, you would be lucky to make 5 racks. These Toronto rappers are making money in the streets. And Lucas, he didn't say that. Lucas didn't say they're making money in the streets, but he did say, like, you know, not as many Toronto rappers are making 6 figures as we might think. So just, you know, it's just something that I just thought, I didn't think was going to be that much of a topic, to be honest. Right? I thought we were just going to have our little conversation. The part was much more about 100 band plan coming home. And I actually titled the video 100 band plan comes home, opens a deeper conversation. People didn't care. I switched the title to do Toronto rappers make $150K a year off of music? Now people care. So I didn't realize that was such a hot button issue. You know what I'm saying? Last question here before we move on. Jacob Donovan says, how much do you think Killy makes off Killy makes? He probably makes, and I was gonna say I don't like pocket watching. That's a lie. I love pocket watching. He probably makes 500,000 a year. He has some songs that have a lot of streams on them. Kilimanjaro, No Romance, all those songs. Those are catalog tracks that are making him money to this day. He's always on tour. He's always in the right place at the right time. I think he might be opening for the weekend if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? So you never know. What's this right here? Jason Basis said, Friday, you're making all the money, right? Here, fam, you and Flacco. I ain't mad at what I make. I would love to make more. Everybody would love to make more money. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't lie over here and say that I make less money now than when I started doing the podcast back 8 years ago. Reddit will have you believe that I'm just some broke, unemployed ass person. And I'm not going to say I'm rich. I'm not. But I make more money now than when we started doing the podcast. When we started doing the podcast 8 years ago, I made zero. You know what I'm saying? But at least I know I can make a monthly wage off of the podcast, off of making content, as well as, you know, adding it to other revenue sources, legal revenue sources. All right. So salute to all the Toronto rappers out there. Keep doing your thing. Oh, last thing I also want to say about this, and I said it earlier in the stream. The difference between music, because a lot of rappers, we've had a lot of content saying, well, rappers just may as well become streamers these days because you ain't going to make no money off of rap. If you have a solid fan base and you just fuck around and get a hit song, yes, you will make way more money off of being an artist than being a streamer. Because the streamers want to have the artist on their show, because in the end of the day, the streamers, even though like a Kai Cenat is one of the higher echelon, Kai Cenat, there's far and few in between of the Kai Cenat kind of money. All right. There's a whole bunch of guys who are just having a couple of thousand people watching the stream, a couple of hundred people watching their stream who ain't Kai Cenat or Aiden Ross level. So, you know, but there's way more rich rappers running around, and people ain't going to go rewatch the stream over and over and over and over again. You're talking about news stories that are in the moment, and I'm talking about myself included, right? We're talking about news stories that are in the moment, and people are not going to give a fuck about that news story 5 years from now. But what they will care about is your song. If it's a song that they like, they'll play it in what they call rotation, whether it's heavy rotation in their own speakers. All right, not even the radio I'm talking about, in their own speakers. They're playing that shit in heavy rotation in their phone, and that could be today or 30 years from now because of the nostalgia that's involved with a piece of music rather than what you get. You don't get no nostalgia out of a piece of content. Maybe a viral piece of content, like a moment, but nobody's going to look back at this live stream right here 10 years from now to find out what was going on. I don't know, maybe when Pooh Shiesty came home, or when Moula first came home. No, these stories are in the moment, right? So it's a different type of audience and a different type of consumption. So salute to all the artists out there. Let me see. What else do I got on my list here? Oh, they just put out a list. I only have a couple more stories left over here, actually. Where are we on time? Oh, shit. We almost 2 hours. They actually put out the BOLO list, the new BOLO list. For the people who don't know what BOLO is, that's the be on the lookout list. That's those big yellow signs that they'll have with somebody who they have a warrant for their arrest. And, you know, they'll have like police conferences where they have a whole bunch of these yellow signs. But the BOLO program, from, if I'm not mistaken, was started back in 2020. And it was something so that they can start catching criminals across Canada or in the US. And they started putting these big yellow signs on the sides of buses, on billboards and different places like that when they're looking for a criminal. Okay. So we did a story on a rapper named Lil Bentley, RIP Lil Bentley. He's a Montreal rapper who's been doing this thing for a while. Let me see if I can pull up some music videos from Lil Bentley. Okay. And condolences to his family. He was moving around over here in Toronto, and we speculated so much about why he might have been moving around in Toronto. But from his movements back and forth over here in Toronto, back to Montreal, he ended up getting murdered in the parking lot of Yorkdale Mall. Okay. This is Lil Bentley, right? King B video. So he did videos with people from over here in Toronto. Right. Just to reiterate for people who might have not caught the first time I did the story.
CB and blood, you'll show up. Shoot, why the fuck you towing that gun? We got switches on them tools, why the fuck would I ever run? I'm the hardest out the maple, they ain't coming how I come. By the time a nigga finish, they gon' salute where I'm from, it's little.
All right, so
Just on that drill, need that house up.
the presser in the video with him and stuff. All right. So, you know, he was a guy. And he got murdered over there. It was like sometime in the morning, like 6 a.m. from what the news reports were saying. Let me see if I can find a news report before we get to this BOLO thing. Yorkdale Mall shooting. Let's see. 2 suspects on the run. Oh, shit. Here we go. They got the 2 suspects that were on the run, but here we go.
But Carolina, the investigation still underway here at Yorkdale Mall. Some 11 hours after this shooting actually happened, around 6:13. That's when police say they got the first calls into 911 about gunfire here outside of Yorkdale Mall, just outside of entrance 3. About half an hour later, this man in his 20s was pronounced dead here at the scene. A video posted to social media actually shows kind of the flurry of first responders first arriving here just minutes after this shooting happened. Multiple ambulances, a big police presence, fire trucks here as these first responders worked to save this man's life. Unfortunately, they were not successful in doing so. His body was under a black tent for much of the day as forensic investigators and the homicide squad detectives really tried to piece together all of the evidence in this case. One of the witnesses that our Arda Zakarian spoke to earlier this morning, a construction worker who was here at the scene when the shooting happened, described hearing anywhere from 6 to 10 shots. And I can tell you there were 6 evidence markers laid down on the ground by police in the general vicinity of entrance 3 where this shooting happened. If you're watching us at home and you're familiar with Yorkdale, entrance 3 on the northeast side of the mall, right next to the Indigo store, that's where this man's body was found. As for detectives, their message in this homicide very different than the one at the homicide where Melissa and Steve at, that one appearing potentially to be random. This one, police adamant, was a targeted homicide. Here's more from the detective.
This is like all in one day. They were talking about another murder that happened like maybe less than 24 hours. This was back in 2 months ago. What's the exact date? July 17th.
Who talked to us earlier this morning.
The shooting took place outside entrance number 3 in the parking lot area. That's what I can tell you.
And did you believe it was targeted?
At this point in time, the investigation is in its early stage. What I can tell you is that it is not a random shooting.
Within the hour, Lena and Bakari, I was standing here at the periphery of the scene. We've been pushed back by Yorkdale security, but I watched as 2 vehicles were put on a police flatbed tow truck and taken from the scene. One appeared to be a silver minivan or SUV. The second, I believe, was a blue Honda Civic on the back of that police tow truck. These 2 vehicles now seemingly being taken for further forensic investigation. Their connection to this homicide not clear at this point. Did one of them belong to the victim? Police did not say if the victim was inside a vehicle when he was shot. His identity also not released. Also, we don't know how many suspects police are looking for. They put out no suspect description whatsoever. One person, multiple people involved. Was there a getaway vehicle? Still a lot of things we don't have answers to at this point, but the investigation here at Yorkdale Mall still continues this evening.
Okay, live outside.
All right, so I had a video that was up. This is from 2 months ago. 2 suspects wanted by police in connection with deadly Yorkdale Mall shooting.
Turning to some other stories we're following for you today. Police have released images of 2 suspects wanted on Canada-wide warrants in a deadly shooting in the parking lot of Yorkdale Mall last month. 23-year-old Brian Emmanuel Fuentes Gramajo of Quebec and 28-year-old Jimmy Prudent of Montreal are wanted for first-degree murder. A third suspect, 20-year-old Bradley Luke Nicholas, was arrested on Monday in Quebec and charged with first-degree murder. 28-year-old Kashif Jamal Bentley Jean was gunned down in the
Kashif Jamal Bentley Jean, so Lil Bentley, right?
Parking lot of the mall just after 6 a.m. on July 17th. Investigators say the shooters fled the area before officers arrived on.
All right. So all of this brings us full circle to what's going on now, because they, like I said, they have this BOLO thing that's going on, and the gentleman or the young man that they had there, the guy with the braids and stuff, they're saying that he's from a gang called the 43 gang. Listen, I'll let the police give a little bit more explanation on who the 43 gang is. Actually, there might be an updated story. 1 second. Let's go to this updated story first. Hold on, let me pull up my bad. Let me pull this up. Let's pull this up.
Said he is accused now of shooting. Yeah, well, Andrew, the guy that you're referring to goes by the name of, or is known as, Brian Fuentes Garmejo. He is 23 years old, and as you said, he is accused now of shooting a man in his 20s as well, causing his death near Yorkdale Mall back in July. So as a result, this guy has made the top 25 most wanted list, the BOLO list, and he is now number 1. So BOLO is a non-profited organization that started back in 2000.
Wait for the hook. They're going to tell you how much they want for this guy.
2018, and they do tremendous work. They take images from police services across the country where the police have charged somebody with a very violent offense, those people who are a danger to the public, but the police can't find them. Those suspects or those accused are eluding capture, and as a result, arrest warrants are taken out for their arrest, and then BOLO puts their pictures all over all of their social media, and it's geo-targeted as well. So if somebody commits a murder here in Toronto, a warrant's taken out for their arrest, and let's say they flee to some remote part of British Columbia. Well, the BOLO program will target that area and blast their photos out in that specific area, and there's a reward between $50,000 and $250,000 if the information that you provide leads to the arrest of somebody who is wanted on this list of 25. We heard from many at a press conference out in Vancouver today, and here's what the Chief Superintendent, Joey Matthews, said with regards to the Toronto Police. Let's listen.
On the surface, we're talking about the death of a young man who was shot and killed in a parking lot of a Toronto mall on July 17th of this year. But devastating as that murder was and continues to be for that young man's loved ones and family, and unsafe as it has made that community feel, I've flown across the country today not only for the...
So let me stop this for a quick second, because this threw me off when I was looking at this, right? These are all the different names that they have. Treshore, Homburley. All right. Sorry for the mispronunciation. Actually, I'm not sorry for the mispronunciation of your name, bro. You're on the run. 100,000. And Muhammad Shear, he's another. I think that might be like 90,000 they have there, or 50,000. But I don't understand, who are these guys? Oh, I get it now. Oh, they're sick. Do you guys see what I'm seeing right here, gang? Huh? I'm thinking like, yo, who are these black guys? Why are all these different like people of color standing behind a police officer holding up the signs? Gang, let me know in the comments. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing as far as the faces of all of those people behind this man, behind the superintendent? Thank you, Jason LP. Yo, that's crazy. They put on the mask. Oh my God. These guys put on the masks, bro. That's insane. There's these new masks that are going around. Let me see if I can find something on Twitter. There's these new masks that are going around. I'll pull up what I'm looking for. That is insane, yo. Keep 6 Archive says you can't see what they look like in real life, face and height. Yo, bro, that's wild that they even incorporate that shit. Hold on. Let me see if I can find let me try a Trump mask. Because there's these new masks that people be wearing. It's like a sock that they put over their face. And they go, holy, you know what? I'm looking up the wrong name. Let's put funny Tupac mask. Let's see if I could find one of these masks here. Because I've been seeing it pop up on Instagram a lot, where these guys have put on these stupid ass masks. Somebody was wearing one for the other day for Diddy. Is the Diddy one around? Because that was like a brand new one. Funny Diddy mask. And the guy that I was watching, he was wearing the Diddy mask and running around just like in public. It's probably in my stories. But yeah. It's like it's the new thing. It's the new craze that all the kids are doing now, just for a prank. These guys really took that shit and made it into real life shit. I'll find
the justice of one family or the safety of one community. Brian Fuentes Gramajo isn't from Toronto, and quite frankly, I doubt that he's there today. We believe he's a member of a Montreal-based gang called Zone 43.
Zone 43, that's what it was.
So people who think they know where any of these 25 people are hiding can remain anonymous. Just provide the information to Crime Stoppers, and they can get further information on boloprogram.org. All those pictures will be there as well. And if your information leads to an arrest of one of these wanted people, there's a lot of money to be made. So back to you guys.
All right, CP24's crime analyst Steve Ryan.
So yeah, I was asking, and this is the one from 6 hours ago.
Well, the BOLO program is a tip you get.
I was asking in the chat here.
There are rewards.
If you would turn somebody in for $150,000 or $100,000, I asked. All right. Right now, it's a deadlock poll almost. Right. It was 58% yes and 42% no. The thing that I was talking about, it wasn't Diddy Halloween, Carol. It was like somebody came home pretending to be
That
Diddy.
certainly motivates people to turn others in who they see
being wanted, and those rewards can go anywhere from $50,000 to $250,000.
And oftentimes, let's be honest, you know, money is providing the incentives, and not only for just the average person out there who might spot somebody, one of these individuals, but also people who are connected to them, who are just saying, you know what, I have to do what's right, and turn over if it's a family member. So talk a little bit about that, how that, you know, helps investigators.
Yeah, they're great points. I would say that money is more of a motivating factor than doing.
So I found it. Let me show y'all something. This is what these guys were wearing. These guys are, wow. The cops have really taken it to another level. Let me show y'all what these guys were wearing. This shit right here.
When it's real, feelings hard to conceal. Can't imagine all the pain.
Right? I think there was a newer one. Look at this. NBA YoungBoy. If you just walk by this guy at a glance, you ain't gonna know that that's NBA, not NBA YoungBoy. You feel me? Look at this. YNW Melly with the Shiesty. That's what the man them are wearing, bro. Michael Jackson. I need to get me one of these, bro. Holy. That's crazy. That's what the police had. I guess those were officers wearing that shit. Yo, bro, you got to give me overtime to make me wear some of this that stupid shit just to be a friggin' police officer. I eat that thing. But yeah, that's what's going on right now. They're looking for the killer of Lil Bentley. All right, R.I.P. to Lil Bentley once again. Condolences to his family. All right, this is.
Let's go live. This is
the the press conference that they were talking about here.
808-0606. A Toronto police member will be available 24 hours a day.
This guy in the back has the white guy mask. Yo, bro, yeah.
7 days a week.
So if you guys and listen, I'm not here to help the police. The police do police work. Y'all do your own thing. But yeah, these guys are on the run for that shit. They actually have people identified. I went on empty hell via the Reddit page, and they have nothing on this. They're still talking about the Bobby the Greek story that happened the other day, the mob story. They didn't actually update their shit. All right, I just went on. If I do a quick refresh on empty hell. Oh, actually, I am wrong. They just posted this now. So Loco Zone 43/WOT est devenu le plus recherché de Canada pour le meurtre de Lil Bentley. So you guys understand this part. He just became the most sought after person in Canada for the murder of Lil Bentley. That's my French reading right there. My bad. Let me upload this. Do they have any other pictures? So yeah, 100,000 reward. They're looking for this. We were all over the place with this story, to be honest. We had all kind of speculations. Okay, we were saying, oh, maybe he got into it with some Toronto mans. Maybe it's a drug deal gone wrong over there at the Yorkdale Mall. And this is like 6 a.m. when this shit went down, right? So for us to get full circle and now find out that it was some Montreal guys that murked another Montreal guy here in Toronto, all I can say is to be continued, man. This is one of these true crime type stories that I'm sure is going to get a lot of social media attention, especially when it comes to Reddit and stuff like that. So this is not going to be the last time you guys hear me speak about the story. Once again, I will say R.I.P. to Lil Bentley and condolences to his family. All right, I'm not trying to rehash any type of trauma, but let's move on here. let us move on. I got one more story here for us. Actually, let me see if I could just show you guys this quick. Because did you guys see the footage that was going around of A Boogie with the hoodie? He was in the club, and Jesus Christ, do I want to get myself? JLE says, keep that BS and MTL. Listen, man, we're neighbors, man. A lot of that Montreal shit spills into Toronto and vice versa. So I don't know if that's going to be happening anytime soon there, brother. What was I going to look up again? Oh, let me go on Academics' page. Academics probably has this posted a couple of times. Let's go to Academics TV. I just don't want to post. I don't want to get this shit demonetized. So there's a big stomp out going on over here. A Boogie with the hoodie is the one doing all the stomping over here. All right. They're actually in Japan because there was a big music festival that has been going down in Japan. Everybody's over at this music festival. Future, A Boogie with the hoodie, a bunch of people were over at this music festival. Let me see if they can see the caption here. New angles of A Boogie and his crew getting into a scuffle in a club in Japan. He's going crazy. All right. And then there's another angle. Right, or 50 Cent reacts. There was another angle that they were showing, which I really don't need to show you guys because it will definitely get this video demonetized. But that whole thing that happened over there, there was like a whole festival, like I said. They invited everybody over there from America. I think it was a 2-day festival. If you guys can give me the name of the festival, I can look it up. All right. But the festival was so crazy that they bought Magic City over there and had a whole Magic City, like literally the whole staff, everybody from Magic City in America, right? And brought them over to Japan. This is how on it they are over there in Japan. If they want to like recreate that feeling, they're going to spend some bread, bro. Future was over there. All right. This is Japan. Right? All these Japanese youths over here.
Man, what's one artist that reps Magic City the best, you think?
Future.
All right.
Pluto.
Nav. All right, I'm sure that's Jesus Christ. I'm gonna have to go back and check that.
How would you rate Japan's energy in the crowd?
10 out of 10. Amazing. These fans out here, the energy, they going crazy.
They flew this shorty all the way to Japan to see this. Right?
Crazy.
He gets to throw money in the club. He's like, I saw that on TV. I saw that in a music video. I'm not even gonna imitate their accent. Let me chill. Let me chill.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh my.
Yo, that's pretty fire. I ain't gonna lie to you. The fact that these guys were able to take that whole culture, the vibe, the feeling, and then make it where like they're not watching like a version of it. Like they're getting the real thing. Like the shorties are there. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh my God, Black American. We call you nigga when you no look.
God, they so
I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I did the accent. My bad.
lit. They turned up. I love the Japanese niggas.
Japa niggas is crazy.
So they turned up. I love the Japanese.
Please don't show me your stripper titties right now. Please.
Right, Japan's energy, I would give them a 10.
No.
Yeah. They 5. They lit. A million times.
Yo, these guys And like, oh my, listen, I'm not gonna do that. They're like, oh my God, American ass. That's crazy.
Times 1,000. I love them so much. Yeah. It's lit like Atlanta.
Like Atlanta?
Yeah.
I'm good.
Hell
Of
yeah.
course it is. Yo, these guys are not gonna get that experience again for maybe ever. Of course, it's just as lit as Atlanta. They probably made the most money they made in a long time, and this is a club where ballers be in there all the time. All your favorite rappers be in Magic City all the time. They be rapping about Magic City. These guys went and took that shit and brought it to Japan, right? Greg Lewis, I'm sorry. Yo, listen, man. I'm sorry, man. I wasn't trying to do the accent thing, man, but that's what it is, man. It's like, oh my God, look at the whole weave.
Energy is great, dude. It's like so fucking cool. The energy is like literally a 20 for real. Like might as well say 20.
Japanese girls twerking and shit.
1,000.
Don't get it twisted. Japanese people love them some culture. Not even just Black American culture. They love reggae music and stuff like that too. There be a whole bunch of Japanese dancehall queens out there and shit.
Out of 10. They're amazing.
They love to culturally appropriate some shit.
Electric.
This is not Atlanta. That wasn't Drake.
There's no number that can like define Magic City, bro. It's like the first time in Japan is insane. It's like,
how did you first hear about Magic City?
Lou Williams, but the basketball player.
Lou Williams.
So yeah, if you guys seen that footage rolling around of A Boogie with the hoodie and Future and whatever, and they're denying that, right? That they're involved in any type of thing like that. Yeah, that's what happened. The festival went down. They invited all of these rappers from America to go over there, and they recreated Magic City. And that club that you're seeing A Boogie with the hoodie turning up in or beating somebody down in was after the Magic City experience. All right? Niggas can't have nothing, bro. Holy, you can't bring some niggas anywhere. So this is actually, that's why you're seeing the poles over here and like a strip club ambiance. They're in Magic City, but the Japan version, American version. Gal them are probably in the locker room like, look at these niggas. I thought we left this shit back in Atlanta. Nah, bro. Niggas turn up anywhere you go, bro. So yeah, I didn't have like a long story for that. Salute to A Boogie with the hoodie. Don't get locked up in Japan, bro. That's all I gotta say. That's the wrong place. Any of y'all that are in that altercation or allegedly in that altercation, the wrong place you want to get locked up is overseas anywhere. But like in any of these like East Asian countries and stuff like that, yeah, you might not want to do that. I got one more story before we get out of here. Because Verzuz is back. Are y'all excited for Verzuz? They're bringing back Cash Money versus No Limit Soldiers. No Limit Soldier. I thought I told you. Let me pull it up on the screen over here. I should start a poll. Okay, so this is courtesy of TMZ. Master P keeps trying to retire from rap in favor of basketball, but the game keeps pulling him back, like No Limit versus Cash Money Showdown. So it's going to be going down. It's going to be at Complex Con. Let me ask you a question in the chat over here. Because Cash Money versus No Limit. I don't know if they completely confirmed all of the acts yet. Let me ask, who's winning? That's what I want to know. Who's winning? CMB, that's my Cash Money. Cash Money billionaires, not millionaires. Cash Money billionaires. All right. CMB or No Limit. Okay. I'm trying to think of who would step up to bat when it comes to I know we got Lil Wayne. If Lil Wayne shows up, and if Lil Wayne shows up, if he shows up on his A game, then sure, Lil Wayne is definitely good to go. BG's home. I know they did the Hot Boys reunion. Who else? Obviously, Birdman's gonna get up there and do his thing. Carol said Birdman will fall asleep on stage. I know he did fall. He did. Somebody said he fell asleep mid-sentence when he was schooling people the other day.
Is returning.
Come on now.
Yeah, so yesterday it was announced that Verzuz will be returning at Complex Con this year, going down October 25th. It will be Cash Money Records versus No Limit
Fire.
Records.
That's gonna be dope.
Okay?
Fire!
Yes. Now
Wow.
tickets are available on Culture Con's website to attend. I'm sorry, Complex Con. I'm saying Culture Con because we were there last weekend. Complex Con, but the caption says that it will be streamed, and streaming information will be released soon. Now, I did reach out because I was trying to figure out, because from both camps, there's so many people that
many members.
show up, whatever, and it's pretty early. But Master P did say to me, October 25th is about to be historical. They're going to give the world what they've been waiting for, the biggest New Orleans celebration ever.
Do we care about Verzuz still? Like real shit. Right? Greg Lewis says Mystical is the baddest out of Low Limits, but also Mystical is a rapist. So and I think he's in jail right now. So he ain't gonna be able to show up. And even if he's not in jail, I don't know if they want Mystical on the stage with them. Right? Here I go. Don't move. Whoa. What do you mean by don't move? Right? Mystical might be a little bit radioactive. Right? I also agree that it's going to be Cash Money, hands down, even if Wayne don't show up. Right? Between Juvenile, if Juvenile goes up there and does back that ass up, forget about it. Back that ass up, that's the point. Okay. He could even do some of his other songs there. Right? Why am I forgetting Juvy's song there? Give me a second, gang. I be forgetting song names. Juvenile. How the fuck you spell Juvenile again? Juvie. Give me a second. I'm gonna find the song there. I'm not gonna play it, but Juvenile had hits. Him by himself. Slow Motion is. I wasn't even thinking about that, but Slow Motion is getting played for sure. What's the song I was thinking about? Go Ride With Me? Forget it, bro. And then he could play Ha. So that's just Juvenile alone. Right? Rodeo is the song there that I was thinking about. R.I.P. Soulja Slim. Even though Soulja Slim, it's No Limit. Okay? So who No Limit got? Give me some names. Who No Limit got on their roster? Obviously, Master P is going to make him say, nah. Oh, Daniel's grooming said Snoop. Yeah. If they can get Snoop to pull up for the Verzuz as a No Limit soldier, we got action. I might need to shut up for a second because I'm thinking to myself, this is a landslide. Cash Money, money in the bank. But I'm just saying that Snoop card, and don't even pull the Snoop card out right away. Act like Snoop didn't even come through to the show. Like it's just Lil Romeo up here, Silk the Shockers. I was never a fan of Silk the Shocker, but to some people might call that blasphemy. There's a lot of Silk the Shocker fans. Is there any Silk the Shocker fans in the chat over here? 1 in the chat if you're a Silk the Shocker fan. 2 in the chat if you think his shit is garbage. All right, y'all remember Silk the Shocker? He's the one of the first offbeat on beat rappers. He walked so that Blueface could run. Right? Blueface said, you can get away with not rapping on the beat. Hey, I could be Silk the Shocker. Carol says 0. McNasty, supposed to 2 in there. Is C Murder home? Because if C Murder's home, oh shit. But keep in mind, C Murder's been gone from time, G. So if C Murder is home, he ain't got nothing new that he can hit niggas with. Are you crazy? He would have to bring out the song that from like 15 years ago or whenever he got locked up 20 years ago. A lot of people ain't fucking with my boy there, Silk the Shocker. Damn, how y'all diss Silk like that, bro? Twix Coke says 1. We got one person in there who likes Silk the Shocker, right? Damn, bro, no love for Silk the Shocker. And bro, to be honest, once BG starts rolling out his catalog, Cash Money is the Army, then he at the Navy. Forget about it, bro. And I'm not even getting to the Wayne tracks. Turk, he got his 1 too. Hot Boys Together, forget about it. We on fire. Forget about it. That's another point. But if Lil Wayne pops out, it's over, bro. I don't know if Manny Fresh is down, but I think Manny Fresh might be he might pop out for that too. I think they might be having some problems. Black Pudding says Biden didn't pardon C yet. Yeah, I think C Murder might be in jail still, but I don't really feel like going and doing a deep dive to confirm that. Who else? Mia X, isn't she down there with No Limit? Mia X can come through. She had a couple hard verses. It might be a tough night though. The Snoop might be doing the heavy lifting for No Limit. Snoop and Master P are doing the heavy lifting for No Limit because I can't really think of anybody else. G Herbo, he ain't down with them old ass niggas. All right. And can Cash Money Millionaires can they bring in Drake and Nicki? I know that's Young Money, right? Salute to the homie Young Money who be in the chat. Young Money, but it's still Young Money, Cash Money. So I'm not saying that Drake's gonna pop up on the stage. Keep in mind, like they could just play the song, and like be like, "Yo, this is part of our catalog." But if they're able to go into the Young Money catalog and start playing that shit, good night, bro. I don't even know. It just sounds good. Like it sounds like a good versus because of the rivalry, the New Orleans rivalry. But as far as the competition itself, I still gotta go Cash Money Millionaires by a landslide. I actually did have one more clip that came from this whole thing because they sold Verzuz a while. Right? For a second, Verzuz hasn't been on in like what, 2 years? Do you guys even care about Verzuz still though? Like, one in the chat if like you guys still care about Verzuz. 2 in the chat if you're over it. Like that was a pandemic thing. You know what I'm saying? That when everybody was glued to their phone, that's when everybody gave a shit about Verzuz. But over time, when they started getting back outside, some of the last verses weren't as fruitful. You feel me? McNasty says he's over it now. These guys sold the shit though.
Because it's trials and tribulations in building a company, and we just really getting started. I know it seems like a phenomenon, and certain things are a phenomenon, but we really just touching the base on where we can go. We really have like $1 billion company along, you know what I'm saying? But it's gonna take time to get there. You know what I'm saying?
From an artist standpoint, because I mean, you were celebrating artists that almost were forgotten about their greatness. And so I know part of the structure of the deal was that the people who performed became owners in that. What's been the reaction from the people who are now your partners? Like, yo, you saved my music career. Like, how's it been for y'all?
You know, like I said, the pandemic brought so much love. Me and Swiss wanted to be the first that, calling these artists to get on a live to perform it's only right. Y'all help us build this company. We got to give back to y'all. And nobody's never done that. And when it comes to, you know, black business and really teaching our culture, and I think y'all the best at doing that. So it's like, I want to say we kind of took a page from y'all book a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know, but I would have to say Swiss, we was like, we made a call. We said, something about this don't feel right. And that was the biggest thing that made us stick with Triller, because they say, yo, only way we gonna go and do this if we can bring our people with us. And
this is at the time when they sold it to Triller, but they sold it again. I know, I forget who they sold it to. I think it was I forget the company that they sold it to. Let me see if I could find that quick fast before we get off of the story. And Timberland has had his share of issues when it came to the AI. People have been kind of giving them backlash. Was it to Elon? Yes. Thank you. Versus Elon. Here it is. So this is insane that the marketing team or whoever thought that this would be a good look in this day. Verzuz has run its course, and we need to blah, blah, blah. Who cares? So here we go. All right, so these guys are chilling, bro. They took it to the next level. Where's the actual post from this when they made the sale? Let's go to the Verzuz page. Verzuz, let's see. Because they probably have that announcement up still from time. You remember these?
Please walk with us through the bad times as well as the good.
All right, DMX.
We be heard and understood from the suburbs to the hood. May you judge us by our hearts and not by our mistakes.
And keep in mind, look at it's on this little strip, the phone strip. Everybody was still glued to the phone.
Teach women to honor their men and men respect their ladies. But lately, so many of us have gone astray, doing wrong for so long that we've forgotten the way. Please.
All right. But yeah, I don't see the announcement. Oh, this was the best Verzuz. Best verse.
I'm glad you did it after you already suffered defeat.
You panicking. Get the
fuck
out
that
of
shit, Tech.
This is where they peaked.
3 hours till they light they spliffs, and that coat would get.
That was the best verses. I don't think they could have topped it after that. I don't even care. Gucci Mane verses, none of those shit. That was the top verses. All right. But yeah, just quick announcement. Cash Money versus
Yo, we all say dip, you say shit, dip, dip. We all say dip, you say shit, dip, dip.
Cam looks like he doesn't even want to be there.
Okay. Y'all can't fuck with us.
No way.
But yeah, new verses on the way. Look out for that in your phones just now. I think I will end it there, though. All right. Salute to Timberland and salute to Swiss. New episode dropping tomorrow morning. Like I was saying earlier in the stream, young Dave Bangin, amazing and accomplished producer from out of Hamilton. Big producer who's been behind the scenes working with Tory Lanez a lot. So look out for that interview dropping 3 a.m. for all the audio listeners. 6 p.m. we back over. Actually, my bad. 7:30 p.m. we back over here for the premiere. All right. Until then, we are off of this. Deuces.